Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back aboard another episode of FTL, this time on the VSS Retribution, Kieve's modded in Obsidian Cruiser. Now this thing is one heck of a beast ship, not to mention the fact that we've bolstered it quite effectively so far. We have ourselves level 3 shields, level 5 engines, great for keeping ourselves alive. We have ourselves level 2 teleporter, level 3 cloak, and a heck of an arsenal. We've got the singularity projector, one of the cool special weapons that creates black holes in the enemy ship, doing a lot of system and personnel damage and putting holes in it as well. The pulse disruptor, which bypasses a single shield. We've got a pair of halberd beams and an ion blast. But anything else in the helm? Hermes missile too. We're probably going to sell that one. We've also got ourselves an FTL jammer, rock plating, and a scrap recovery arm, so we have all manner of good things. Hopefully we'll be able to put them to good use. Also a 4-person teleporter, as lol. So, let's see what damage we can do with this little puppy. There's a store right over here, which is perfect because we do need to go and buy some fuel. So let's head over there and do that, and then we'll keep moving. It's good because we only had 2 fuel left. A few small ships are visible on the vid screen, and we almost activate weapons targeting. However, sensors indicate they are simply honest merchants. The pirates must be making us jumpy, so we message them about their wares. They tell us they have a whole pile of fuel, and we buy all of it. Magnificent. We also sell them the Hermes missile because we're not going to want that. Pegasus missiles I think are my favorite because they have the potential to do 4 damage and the chance to not miss if one of them misses. Because since they fire 2 shots, even if you miss one, you can still hit with the other one. What do we got going on here? Another distress beacon over there, really? Okay, let's jump over there for them. That's weird. I wasn't expecting a distress beacon backwards. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired towards our ship, however. It was a trap. It doesn't look like a dangerous trap, though, because their crew really are not that scary. They're going to teleport on board, we're going to murder them, we're going to teleport on board their ship and murder them. Oh, they teleport into our oxygen room, so we can't actually swarm them too much, but that's okay. We're going to send our crew in there and start beating them up. We should have a pretty easy time of it. We are going to dodge that. Oh, they hit us in the oxygen room where the people were hiding. Magnificent. Okay, beat them up a little, then we're going to singularity bomb them in the weapons, and then we're going to jump in there and start doing damage. Here we go. Singularity projector, hit them in the weapons, please. Put a hole in that system. There we go. No more attacking for them, although I didn't realize, until just now, that they had a medbay in there as well, so we're going to have to get in there and stop that, otherwise we're not going to be able to kill them, which would be unfortunate. Fix our oxygen, thank you very much. Get these gentlemen into the medbay, power up the medbay, singularity bomb them in the medbay, and then we'll need to be ready to get into their ship pronto, because otherwise it's not going to work out as well as I'd like. There we go, singularity bomb them in the medbay, perfection, and good. You gentlemen are going to teleport on board the enemy ship and do some damage. Get in there. Alright, they're probably going to start repairing that medbay pretty quick, so we're going to have to get in there and stop them from doing so in a second. But for now, we'll just murder the crew. Alright, now we'll send our crystal crew into the medbay, and we'll send these guys into the helm. That'll distract them. Alright, they're firing at us again, so we're going to dodge that. Thank you very much. No, we didn't. I keep waiting too long. The ship is enormous, so the line where you have to hit, like, the shield line is where they decide whether it hits or misses or not. And it's really hard to make sure I hit it at the right time. If I wait a second too long, I get hit by the attack anyway. These guys should go down fairly easily, though. Although, I probably want to swap out one of these for my Mantis to speed things up a little bit. But you know what? For now, I'm just going to leave it. Hopefully they miss. No, they're really good aim, despite the fact that we have pretty decent dodge. Stop hitting me, please. Alright, with the crew dead, we're able to take their fuel out of storage and also gather all the scrap we can manage, getting 5 fuel and 55 scrap. That's pretty good, actually, because what we needed was fuel. So that works out for the best for us. Teleport everyone back on board and get them a healing. So power up that medbay. There we go. You're going to head down there as well, VanguardOfValor, because you took a hit. And everyone else is doing pretty good. Lysandra actually needs help too, but we knew that already. Because Lysandra was in our boarding party. Okay, move everybody back around. Send VanguardOfValor back over to engines. And there we go, everyone's back where they should be. Justice and Vengeance here, and Loss, all my original crew members, have moved around quite a bit. Well, Loss hasn't, really. But Vengeance and Justice have. We're not entirely sure where I should be putting them now. Like, Vengeance would probably be quite useful on weapons, but I want him in the medbay and the teleporter so I can actually board with him. Whatever. We're gonna jump over. Oh wow, we can actually bypass this door. That's perfect. Let's jump over this distress beacon and see what's at this area of space. A small civilian ship flies over when we arrive. We're prepared to fight, but they just inform us that they're out of FTL fuel and can't jump. Well, that was us a minute ago. Let's give them the fuel and see if they give us something nice. We give them 3 fuel and they give us 57 scrap. No, I'll take it. That'll pay for 3 fuel at that store. Because that's what I'm going there to buy now. Let's head over there and buy some more fuel, and then we'll move on somewhere else. We detect a hub of activity nearby. Our large corporation has set up a trade depot and a number of well-armed ships patrolling. This appears to be a relatively safe place to get repairs. I don't really care about the repairs, though. We want the fuel. Okay, nothing else to sell because I just sold everything else I wanted to sell. And let's get moving. Those rebels are starting to get a bit dangerously close, so let's get ahead of them so that doesn't happen. Aha! We arrive at an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout has been stationed there. We have to get ready to fight, and I'm cool with that. So we're going to send one more level up in weapons, and we use our 2 special weapons simultaneously. That would be pretty cool. We can actually board with these guys. They don't have a cloak. We'll move Lysandra and Allison out of there. We should be able to board with our... that'd be pretty cool. We're going to try and board with our crystal crew because they have oxygen resilience. So we're going to board them in their weapons. They should be able to do some damage to it before we have to teleport them out of there. And since they can't cloak to dodge us, it should be more or less safe. More or less safe. And we're going to dodge that. Thank you! Not really interested in getting hit by more ion weaponry. That's why I teleported you in there, guys. Take out the ion blast, please. Come on, guys. Take ion. Kill this. You've killed everything except for the one weapon I really don't want them to have in a nebula. Keep hitting them. Take out the ion blast. There we go. Okay, that was the dangerous one right there. The other nice thing is these guys get experience for taking out these layers of the weapon system. There we go. Teleport them back. That's not ideal because now they still have the... I should have done that too earlier. Now they still have their bomb online, but we had to run away at that point, otherwise they would have hit us. So, take what you had to take, I guess. Let's put some power in the med bay, and we'll projectile the phasic disruptor them right in the helm. No dodging for you, gentlemen. There we go. Now they can't run away or dodge, and we'll knock out their shields next to make sure they die. Send our crystal crew back into that room, send our rockmen back into the room, and make sure they go down as quickly as possible. Also, there's a nice hull breach in that room because of the singularity bomb, which of course means that the drone can't repair it at any point in time. For some reason, they can't repair hull breaches, and since the singularity projector actually makes hull breaches, it makes it quite easy to disable these drones. The ship explodes, giving us 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 39 scrap. Awesome. Alright, Lysandra, back in the room. That's not your job anyway. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to jump ahead, I suppose. We can jump into the Nebula and see if we can get anything out of that, but I wouldn't be too hopeful of it. Let's see what we can get anyway. As long as we don't run into an ion storm, I think we should be fine. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the Nebula at this beacon. Before we have time to make contact with them, they fade into the Nebula. But we can lock onto their life signs with our teleporter and literally steal them out of their own ship. We beam the Federation crew aboard, and one gladly joins us while the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station, giving us 35 scrap, and Liu Jun, another Rockman. Alright, Rockman, you are now taking up station in the weaponry. I hope you get good fast at that, because... Okay, that's a lot of Rockman. I don't like Rockman that much. What are we going to upgrade now? I guess we should upgrade our weaponry like I was saying, so we can actually fire both of our specialty weapons at the same time. We'll buy a couple extra power bars with our other money, and that should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. What else could we theoretically buy that would be useful to us? I guess more teleporter? Let's buy more teleporter. We'll hold on to the rest of our money, which is not a whole lot of money at this point, and we'll see if we can get anything to do with it later. We'll jump into another part of the nebula and see what's over there. Our ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. We see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for us. Well, we could cloak and stay hidden, but that means we don't get to fight them and don't get to steal their money. So we're going to attack that ship. Here we are. They have a pile of weapons. We're going to jump directly into their weapons and, yeah, give them a nice fight. Come fight us there, guys. You're going to be... There's only 2 of you on board that ship. You guys are going down fast because 4 boarders. They're not the most powerful boarding crew because they're, you know, generally all 1 damaged people. Rather, 100% damaged people. Oh, there are 2 more people in there. Good. This will be a bit of a fight. Let's singularity bomb them in the helm. Just for lulz. Damage that helm. And the last guy goes down in a blaze of murder. There are no more useful life signs remaining on the ship, so we steal everything it has, getting 2 fuel, drone part, and 57 scrap. Awesome. Teleport back. 4-person teleporter is massively OP. So having one on a ship that's already quite powerful is just incredibly OP. We're going to upgrade our medbay to max level as well, so we can really speed up our healing factor. Because having level 3 healing is much better, much better than only having level 2 healing. 3 times is much better than 1.5 times. Alright, people have moved around a little bit. I should probably just turn on my ion blast and start like rapid firing people with that to level up my gunnery person. We are already halfway across the galaxy when we got him, so he's otherwise not going to level up very quickly. Let's keep moving though and see what we can do here. Okay, we find a pirate ship arriving shortly after us. Judging from the fact that they're attempting to avoid our ship, we assume they're a smuggler trying to stay away from the beacons. Now we have pretty powerful weaponry, which means we can activate our advanced weapons threateningly. They hail us, saying, "There's no need for aggression. Perhaps this will convince you to look the other way," offering us 2 fuel and 43 scrap. It's a decent bribe, but I was hoping for a little bit more than that. I mean, come on now. 43 scrap, I'll definitely get more than that if I attack him. And we're going to ignore his bribe and take him down. This is the Retribution here, not the being nice to people ship. Alright, how are our crew doing for their combat skill? They're getting up there. Yeah, Allison's pretty terrible, and Lissandra's not so hot either, because they weren't the ones on board the enemy ship. So we're going to teleport in here and start fighting these guys. And while we're doing that, we're going to get our Singularity Projector ready to blast a hole in their weapon system, because we do not really want to get hit by that thing. Missiles and lasers and heavy lasers, oh my. Kill off those puny humies. Okay, Singularity bomb them in the weaponry. Pow, there we go. Send our fine gentlemen here into heal. They did manage to keep their rocket launcher online, which is unfortunate. Probably gonna get hit by some Artemis missiles that way. But there's nothing we can do about it, so we'll just take it as it comes. But they missed us with that one, which is good. Excellent. We have got our fine crew healed up. Get them into that teleporter and get them into the enemy weapon system to prevent them from actually repairing the thing. Here we go. Another miss. Thank you. Teleport them into weapons and kill those guys. Perfect. They don't have a medbay either, so we don't have to worry about that being a problem. We are going to singularity bomb them in the teleporter just for lols. They hit us in the oxygen, which is a bit of an inconvenience, so we're going to send Lost to go fix it. And we killed all their crew. Searching the remains, we find the cargo was military-grade drone schematics. I bring them on board to install on our own ship. 29 scrap and a defense drone Mark 1. We actually did not make as much money as I thought we would, but the defense drone does make up for it somewhat. Alright, teleport them back on board, and get these guys healed. Only 2 of them took damage again, so we'll send them into the super med bay. There we go, and send Lost back down to shields. Fantastic. That super med bay heals people at a magnificently high speed. Okie doke. Now what are we gonna do? Let's see. We have a whole pile of space to explore. We have a couple jumps left. Only 1, 2, 3. Maybe not enough to go all the way back around here. There's nothing at the exit beacon already, though, so there's no real loss if we have to fight someone there. So let's jump around to this part of empty space and see what we can find. As we all know, if you find exit beacons in a nebula, nothing ever is in them. This beacon has, of course, been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until we get out of there or die. A pirate, oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage us. Alright, well that's not very nice of him. Let's power off that, power on the ion blast, power on our pulse disruptors. No, leave. Well, hang on. We'll leave the singularity projector on because I think we'll use the ion blast to get through the shields, and then once that happens, well, there we go. Ion blast to get through the shields, and then the singularity projector will be great for taking out their weaponry, because they do have a glaive beam. They do have a glaive beam. I didn't even notice that right away. That's kind of scary. Glaive beams are nothing to make fun of. Alright, we're really going to get caught on a bit of fire here. We've got lots of rockmen on board our crew, and they took out our med bay. Of course they did. Get in there. No, you stay in here. We're going to vent it out with fire. Oxygen? Vent it out with fire. Oh, yeah. Okay. Vent it out. Here we go. We can singularity bomb them in the weapons, so they can't hit us. Not that they can really hit us reasonably any other way. And let's teleport into their door room and start to murder them. Mantis and Rockman should go down pretty easily, although that fire was really persistent. Did not want to go away. There we go. Put that fire out in the easy way. And these guys should die. We can send Lost in to fix. Send Lost in to put that fire out. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so we stripped of useful material, getting a 3 fuel, 1 missile, and 54 scrap. Lovely. That's what I mean about getting 54 scrap, though. We got a lot of money pretty easily. Once that fire goes out, Lost, you're going to quickly go repair the medbay. Do we have anywhere safe to jump to? I'm not really sure. 'Cause I'd rather not jump with my entire boarding party injured, but I'm guessing there's probably not a whole lot of alternatives at the moment. Probably not. Loss, hurry up and fix that. You know what, we're going to send our crystal crew. No, they're here already. We'll send the 2 injured people in there to start helping with repairs, despite the fact that they're not very good at them. We will maybe jump, though. Maybe we'll jump. Yeah, we probably should. Otherwise, we're going to get overrun in a second. So let's jump over here, and if we have to have a little bit of time with people in the wrong positions, that's okay. Upon completing our jump, we receive a beacon. A message from a nearby ship at the beacon, rather. They say, "Greetings and welcome. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way." Well, let's reject that pitiful offer, thank you. And make them regret their decision to fight us. Awesome. We'll send Lost back to shields. They have a Heavy Laser Mark II, Heavy Laser Mark I, and a Mini Beam. The odds of those all firing simultaneously are pretty low. They do have a med bay, though, so we're going to need to hit that thing. We're going to start spam firing our Ion Blast, just to give us something for our gunnery person to do. And we're going to Singularity Bomb them in the med bay when we get the chance, and then we'll board them and murder them. Seems like a good deal to me. Singularity Bomb them in the med bay, please. Crunch, and now that that's crunched, we're going to jump into the weapons. Give them something to really think about, and they should send everyone over to fight us, despite the fact that they could be trying to fix their medbay. They're just not going to bother, because they could be fighting us instead. Once they all die a horrible, horrible death, we're also going to make sure if one tries to run, we can lock down the room. But it looks like they're not going to try and run, they're going to just stay and fight us and die. Nice try. We find a weapon on their ship with no crew to stop us. We can install it on our own, getting 33 scrap and a heavy ion. Very nice. I thought it was an ion blast there for a second. I got really excited. If we had another ion blast, this will be hilarious. But it does not look like that is the case. With the heavy ion, we cannot pair it up with our pair of halberd beams and ion blasts to make an absolutely hilariously overpowered system. But it will be pretty good if we need it. We'd probably sell that though. I suspect the ion blast is the one we really want. Another one of. Anyway, nicely done there, boarding party. You have successfully murdered all the comers that have been coming. Successfully murdered all comers. That's what I was trying to say. And there we go. That, seriously though, combined with the ability to punch out single rooms with a singularity projector, this 4-person boarding thing is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, heal them up. We have 146 scrap again. Lots of money to spend. What should we spend our money on, though? More power bars? We could get 2 more and then have to worry about power half as much. Or we could save a bit of money and buy another shield bar. I think that's what we'll do. Save up our money and buy more shields, because not dying is always fun. Okay, here we are. We find an exceptionally well-armed pirate ship approaching us, and they tell us that if we hand over one of our crew members, the rest can go free unharmed. Well, that doesn't sound particularly appealing. We're never surrender one of our crew to the slavers. Ha! Breach missiles and heavy laser Mark IIs. You have a bunch of humans and a medbay. Okay. In that case, let us get a move on. Power up our teleporter. Start spamming the ion blast at your shields just for lulz. And I think we will use our same strategy as previously. We'll use our cloak to dodge the first salvo. We'll singularity projector to them in the medbay, and then we will board them and make them regret that we were ever there. Here come some shots. Thankfully, the breach missiles take a long time to charge up, so we can dodge them and then have lots of time left to do our own thing. Like so. And we'll board them in the weapons. Get in here, gentlemen. You know you'd like to. And we're just going to lock you in the room, too, just for fun. Bam! You're not going anywhere. We can do it again if we need to as well, just for added lulz. These guys will go down fairly quickly, and there's not a darn thing they can do about us, because they won't be able to fire the breach missile again in time. Bye-bye, humans. We scan the ship and detect no life signs. It appears the slaves died in the fight. We strip the ship down and prepare to jump, getting 2 fuel, a drone part, and 52 scrap. Awesome. 203 scrap total. That's just about enough to buy our shields. So, send people back in to heal. Looks like Justice got in completely unharmed. Power those back up, and there we go. There's a shields level 4 purchased. Only problem now is we don't actually have the spare power to run it. We'll have to save up a little bit more and buy those extra 2 power bars. Awesome. Alright, let us jump again to the exit, because, well, no, why not? Let's jump over here first, and then we'll jump to the exit after that, because we're not going to find anything at the exit beacon anyway, because it's in a nebula, so why not take advantage of that fact and get a little bit more potential money out of these guys? Upon completing a jump, we receive a beacon from a nearby ship again. They welcome us and tell us that for another small fee, they'll let us continue on our way. You think they'd have heard by now that we don't accept those offers. We reject that offer and get ready to kill them. It's a pair of NG on a ship with no medbay. You guys are in such bad shape in a second, you don't even know. Alright, teleport in there and murder those NG. I like how that guy's not even concerned. He's just watching his friend die in another room. Lissandra's leveling up pretty nicely. Allison's not getting up very high, and our Crystal crew are doing okay. Allison seems to be having a hard time actually getting any kills, though. Not surprisingly, given that the worst person on that ship for this combat crew, really. Doesn't have any particularly special powers, just has a lot of health. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, as expected, and we stripped useful material, including 2 missiles, a drone part, and 56 scrap. Alright. Good. Teleport Mac. And we hardly even need to heal because we were fighting NGs, which means they hardly do any damage. Actually, oh yeah, they came in one at a time, so it was literally only Allison who took damage. Silly NG. If you had come in 2 at a time, you would have been at least able to hurt someone else. Let's buy those power bars we need. Power up shields level 4, a nice purple tinge to our heavy, ginormous shield. And let's see if we can do some more damage. So, damage it is. Actually, how's the new gen doing weapons? He's doing okay. Obviously, it takes a long time to charge weapons because it takes like 65 uses to get up to the second level, the first level. But I'm okay with that. We're gonna keep moving and see what we can do here against this elite fighter. We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We have to survive long enough to jump to the next sector. We could just hide. I'd be cool with that. Let's hit the shields with this. We'll hit them with the weapons with our singularity projector. Where are they in? There they are. Okay, we'll send Allison and our Mantis Lysandra. They can go deal with that enemy threat. There's only two guys in there? Really? That's weird. Very weird indeed. Okay, here comes a whole pile of lasers. Miss. Yay. We'll singularity project them in the weaponry. We should be able to fire just before that. Which, no, we did not fire just in time. Cloak out, thank you. Blast them in the weapons. That should give them something to think about. And you know what? We might just board them and kill them for the lulz. Give us a give us some. Oh, come on now! I forgot to turn that off again. And there we go. My apologies. I hate forgetting to turn off my Steam when I'm doing this. Sometimes it happens though. Alright, we're gonna singularity bomb them in the weapons again. Give them more to think about. There we go. That hurts quite a lot too. It'll give us some nice support for the boarding party who are about to teleport in there and try and kill everyone in that room. Alright, we're gonna jump in. Oh, they ran away. Okay, well that's fine. Once someone comes in to fight us, we can lock them in here. We're also going to send these guys... Maybe we'll send them over to shields. That'll get someone to come over and fight us. Yes, indeed it did. They don't like having people damaging their shields. We're going to lock them into the room, though, so they cannot go to the medbay. Sorry there, gents. And let's singularity bomb them in the helm just for lulz. Oh yeah, no one's coming to rescue you. There's apparently no time to salvage the enemy ship because we have to jump away before the cruisers get in firing range, and that's why I was normally not going to fight them. But the fact is, we do need some more combat experience, so there's no downside to actually staying. Lysandra is now a maximum level fighter, which is great. Our 2 crystal crew are getting quite close, and Allison is still nowhere near. But that's alright. It gets harder to level up your crew also when they get to higher levels, because as the crew around them, especially in a 4-person teleporter, if there's 3 people who are max level, they do a lot more damage than the 1 person who isn't. Anyhow, let's get out of here and jump to an uncharted nebula. Part of space I was a little bit worried about. I'm not super keen on having to go through this sector. All these this nebulae must have been an important hub at one point. Placing all these jump beacons would be no easy task. However, now it's hardly navigable. Okay, well, we'll have to see about that. What do we have here? Yes, indeed. Lots of purple. Hopefully there's not a lot of ion storms. We already have the maximum number of energy bars, so it's not like we can really prepare more. The only thing we could do is buy another low upgrade for our oxygen so that slugs can't knock it out. The tangled wrecks of many ships lie in dormancy here. We see lights flicker on what looks like debris, and a rebel scout bursts from the wreckage. Alright there, friend. We're going to be sending in our crystal crew again, because they're perfect for this kind of job. There's also doors on this ship, which works out even better for us. So we're going to teleport them into the weapon room, so I can jump them out of the weapon room when our singularity bombs are ready. We're also going to start auto-firing our ion blast. Also, if you didn't know, you can auto-fire single weapons by holding control when you fire. Makes it very nice when you have something like a single ion weapon you want to be auto-firing and nothing else. We're going to use our cloak now, so they can't hit us with anything else while we're hiding in here. And then we're going to singularity bomb them in the weaponry. While we're doing that, we're going to send these guys to a different room. Yes, indeed. And singularity bomb them in the weapons. And we missed. That's okay. Hit them in the helm and we'll be able to singularity bomb them next time. At least their bomb is offline. That's the big thing I really wanted to take out. And these guys have taken a good bit of damage. So what we're going to do, I think, next, hit them in the engines, and then we are going to run. Probably not going to have enough time to take the engines out. These guys should be leveling up very quickly. And yeah, time to go. So we'll teleport them out of there. Send them into the med bay to go heal, and singularity bomb them in the weapons. This is not the best way to kill them because we're not doing a whole pile of damage, but it is nice to be able to completely prevent them from doing any repairs on those systems. Power out of the cloak to supercharge our med bay, and let's get up our weapon that can actually do damage. Turn off the singularity projector, turn on the pulse disruptor, and we should be able to do some real damage that way. Here we go. The Pulse Disruptor can ignore their single layer shield. They can't dodge anyway, and we can just basically blast them into the ground. Here we go. Fire, 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 and there we go. Nicely done. One more salvo. 2 more salvos, actually, is what we'll need. Well, that should be very manageable indeed. I'd love to be able to board them or do some other damage. I could use my halberd beam, I guess, if I felt like it. Speed things up a bit, but I think for now we'll just leave it on the Pulse Disruptors. Hit them in the helm. There we go. And one more salvo should kill them. Put them in the engines next, I guess, because they already can't dodge us. Ah, perfect. Nice and relaxed battle here. Kill them with the Pulse Disruptor, and they are destroyed. Nice try there, little auto scout. The ship explodes, giving us 3 fuel, a missile, and 39 scrap, which is not bad. Not bad at all. We will upgrade our oxygen to level 2 so that if we wind up fighting some slugs in here, we'll upgrade our piloting to level 2 too, just so we can take a hit in it. But that way if we find slugs, we can use a blue option to prevent them from knocking out our oxygen completely, which is never nice. Let's keep moving though. We're going to have a hard time finding anything in here. I suspect is my biggest dislike of these nebula areas. A lot of the time you get there and there's nothing in them. It's worrying, however, that the rebels have penetrated so deep into uncharted space, even if it is only an unmanned craft. It arms its weapons and we should do the same. Okay, more drones. They have a beam drone, but that shouldn't be a real problem. We're going to do the same trick we did last time, teleport our crystals into their weaponry. Of course, this time there are no doors, so we're going to have to stick with what we've got. We're going to turn on the singularity projector as well, though, because we're going to need that. They have 2 beam drones. Wow, that's extra ineffective. Alright, we'll cloak out so that missile doesn't hit us, and we should be ready to blast them when we need to. Actually, we just took the ion blast firing for lulz to train up our weaponry person. Also, I'll be right back. I need to get myself a drink. There we go. It's an important thing when you're doing something like this, talking all the time to keep yourself hydrated. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of trouble speaking for that long. Alright, let us keep this going. Our teleporter is already recharged. We're almost run out of power for our boarding party, though. Their health... Oh, perfect timing. They destroy the system just as I need to pull them out. Send them back to the medbay. I think they've both leveled up to max level. Yes, good stuff. That is an easy way to do it. Hit them in the singularity projector. Oh, I missed. Okay. I was hoping to knock out those shields so we can do damage with our other weaponry, but I guess I'll stick with that for now. Also, it would help if I actually powered the medbay, come to think of it. Singularity projector them in the weapons. Keep those offline, please. I was hoping to be able to save a shot and do that in a minute, but I'd much rather prevent them from doing any damage to us than just mess around more. There we go. They can no longer repair the weapons because it now has a breach in it. We'll hit them in the shields and do the same thing there in about 20 seconds. Not the fastest battle strategy this, but certainly an effective one. Certainly an effective one. We'll hit them with the singularity projector in the shields and hopefully knock it out if we can actually hit them, which would be nice. Also, there we go, perfect shot. We'll turn off the singularity projector, turn on the pulse disruptor, and we'll turn on the halberd beam too, just for extra lulz. Turn off the medbay, halberd beam online, thank you. We'll pulse disruptor them in the drones maybe, so they stop flying around, and we will halberd beam them right across there. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. These guys should go down pretty quick like this, because we are doing a heck of a lot of damage, but we will have to see how it goes. How you doing there, Liu Jun? You're already at level 1 weapons, which is fantastic. I only need to do that again. Thankfully, having ion weapons makes this a lot easier. You stick them on auto fire and you are job done. There we go. Down goes the auto assault drone. Nice try. The ship explodes, leaving behind 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 49 scrap. Okay. Well, we're pretty much good to go, so I'm going to put power back where it should be. Out of where it is and into where it should be. There we go. Lovely. We'll keep on jumping, and we'll see what else we can find. Is there anything else I should spend my money on, though, before we go? Honestly, we're running out of things to spend money on. We had a whole pile of money this game. Let us see. Maybe we'll buy a drone control next time we see one, so we'll hold on to some of our money. That way we can use our defense drones and all these drone parts. What do we have over here? We found a pirate ship arriving shortly after us yet again. Judging from the fact that they're once again attempting to avoid our ship, we assume that they're a smuggler staying away from the beacons. Well, let's activate our advanced weapons threateningly, because we have black hole bombs, and who wouldn't be afraid of those? And they hail us, saying that there's no need for aggression, and that their offer should convince us to look the other way. But their offer is only 33 scrap and 3 fuel. That's even worse than the other guy. Let's ignore their bribe and attack them. If you want me to accept your surrenders, you have to offer me a better deal than what I can get myself. Okay, let us teleport into their shield room. That should bring people a-running. And if it doesn't, well, we'll kill this guy, and then it will bring people a-running. We're going to start ion blasting them in the weapons just for lulz. Here come some people. I'm not sure how many more there are, though. We're going to use our cloaking. Thank you very much. It would be nice to have stealth weapons so that our ion blast didn't kill our cloak so much. But I will take what we've got. We're going to singularity bomb them in the weapons as well. Also, Justice, lockdown, please. Keep that Rockman in there. Yes, good. We can smash their shields while we're here as well. Somebody ran into the medbay before I could lock him down. I wasn't thinking about that. He got out. That slug is going to give us some trouble, but the singularity bomb to hit them in the weapons is going to make things difficult for them. Alright. Interruptions and interruptions, my goodness. Okay, people do not want me to just sit here and play a game. We are going to singularity bomb them in the medbay. So the guy who's healing in there gets murdered, and that should finish everything for us. The ship refuses to fight, but we still detect life signatures. Apparently this was a prisoner transport. Their single survivor offers to join our crew in exchange for freedom. We also gathered 66 scrap, much better than the 33 they offered us. Williams, I'm sorry Williams, you can have this damaged rock fighter though. We really don't need more humans on this ship. We got lots of cool aliens. If you were a mantis, I would definitely take you on board, but I'm sorry Williams, you're just not needed. Goodbye. Okay. So, let's teleport our crew back on board. Awesome. We don't really actually need many people. We could, I guess we could get a Zoltan to replace Vivimord, but Vivimord's a good engine crew now. Like, we really don't need a whole lot. I could swap out one of my boarding party for Vivimord as well. I could swap Allison out if I were to get a Mantis. 2 Mantis and 2 Crystal would be pretty good. But for the most part, we just don't need any more crew. The people we've got are pretty good at their jobs. Alright. So, let us keep ourselves on the move. Head up this way, I think. See if we can find something else. We've gotten really lucky so far with this nebula just being full of stuff. Our ship emerges quite far away from the beacon, and we see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for us. Well, let's attack them then! But yeah, normally we're not this lucky, and there's a lot of empty beacons, a lot of things where we just look out the ports and see nothing, whereas this is a much more interesting... Oh my goodness, hello, cloak please! Do not hit us with that. We're going to teleport into their drone bay and start smashing that thing right now. Right now. Alright, smash that drone bay. No, you got in there already? You guys are supposed to let me smash it. I do not want a boarding drone in my ship. Do not want a boarding drone in my helm either. You smashed him right into the cockpit, you jerks. Okay, you guys smash that thing. We're going to use Justice and Vengeance. I should have... Oh, I did this wrong. Singularity projector them in the med bay, actually. I was going to hit them in the drone control, but this way I can kill both of those guys immediately. And we're going to send these guys... Oh, good. We knocked out one layer, which should turn off the boarding drone. It doesn't look like it has, though. Send these guys in here and use Vengeance to lock them in that room. We should be able to kill them, and then... Whoa, no! We're going to hit by that. It's going to hit us in this empty room? Yes, it did. Ow. We should be able to kill them right now, ending the battle. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, we search it, finding another prisoner who offers to join our crew yet again, as well as 46 scrap. What are you? You're Jose. Jose the NG. Unfortunately, we only need 1 NG on this ship, Jose, so you're not welcome. You can't have this damaged rebel rigger, though. Here you go. Tell him what he's won, folks. He's won a fabulous rebel rigger. Alright. Will, you're having a hard time in there, so you're going to come back to our med bay before you die. Lovely. Power that up. Send our crystal crew in there as well, even though they'd be good at fighting someone in a low oxygen environment. We're going to send in Allison, so Allison can get a little bit more fighting experience. She's leveled up to level 1, which is good. Not as good as if she could be level 2, so we'll send her in there for the easy kill, and that way we will be set up for 1 point closer to our goal. Get it? There we go. Now you get out of there before you suffocate. We'll send Loss in to fix the hull damage, and that should get some oxygen back in there fairly quickly, and we should be able to move on without too much more trouble. We also have 186 scrap, which is plenty. Absolutely plenty. We'll send Allison into the med bay. Hopefully she doesn't suffocate too much on the way through. Looks like we have oxygen back in there, though, so it shouldn't be a problem. We'll send Lost back to the shields, send Lysandra back into the teleporter room, and a speed heal all the way to 150. Gotta love that max level medbay, because that thing heals like a beast. Okay, there we go. We took a bit of damage there, but for the most part we did pretty well. Click. Can't hit the person. No! Get back in the room! So easy to push the wrong buttons in these things. Okay, so we have a whole pile of places to go because they're not even close to us. We have a whole nebula to explore. I forget how slowly they advance. They move at about 2/3 speed in a nebula area, I believe. Navigating the fog blind, we practically bump hulls with a mantis ship. They hails us, saying, "Pah, this transgression will be overlooked. Nebula very dangerous. Next time all humans all die." Well, we could just accept his passive statement, but we're going to say there is no next time and we will open fire. We're not here on a peace mission, we're here for retribution. They've boarded us, which is okay. We're going to send our crew over there to punch them in their faces, starting with these two and Justice. Justice, you can go help them. VanguardOfValor's probably going to get pretty clubbed before you can get in there. Oh, you're good, you're good. Set up the ion blast to start spamming them. They do have pretty big missiles. Those are probably Hermes. We're probably going to want to dodge those. They ran away. Of course they did. We are going to cloak so they don't hit us with a missile. We're going to send these gentlemen back down to the med bay. You down there. And VanguardOfValor, you're going to head down to the med bay as well so you can heal yourself and then get back to your station. Power into the med bay very quickly. There we go. Singularity bomb them in the weaponry. Not ideal because it would be nice to be able to hit them in the med bay. But we'll take what we can get. VanguardOfValor back down to engines, you two back into the teleporter. Power out of the med bay into the teleporter, and we're going to be boarding them pretty quickly if we can help it. Although I may wait until I can singularity bomb them in the med bay again, because that would make things extra easy for us. Singularity projector in the med bay. We're actually just going to teleport into the weapons room. Looks like they've managed to fix the hull breach, which makes things extra easy for us. And we blasted a hole in the med bay, which is nice. They're trying to repair it, so we're going to send Vengeance in there. And that should slow them down, and we'll send Lysandra in as well, because they sent in backup as well, and that should prevent them from being able to do a darn thing about it. And, oh, everyone is going in there. We're going to use Vengeance to Justice. Justice is lockdown power to prevent this guy from running into the medbay to help, and everyone should wind up dead. There we go. Although there's a breach in there, we want to get out of there. Oh! We find a weapon system on their ship. With no crew to stop us, we can install it on our own. 52 scrap and an Ion Blast Mark II. They're just throwing cool weapons at us. Get out of there, though, guys, before you suffocate, please. And you too, get out of there. Alright, you took a pretty hefty beating in there. Gotta be more careful. But man, they're just throwing good stuff at us. Ion Blast Mark II. Awesome. The only problem with the Ion Blast Mark II, despite the fact that it's absolutely amazing, is we can't really pair it with our 2 halberd beams. That would give us 9 total power, which you can't have. Too bad, because that would be pretty hilarious. Alright, get these guys back into the room. There we go. Nice healing power there. Very, very quick. What do we do with all this stuff, though? We have so much money. Okay, let's put some more money into something, I guess. We'll get level 3 doors, level 3 sensors, and level 3 helms for lols. And we'll power up our engines so that we get a hit. We're still at 5. That'll spend a nice chunk of our money, and then we can keep exploring and find more money. Riches beyond our wildest dreams. Ah, this is what I was talking about. An empty space at last, although we've gotten really lucky, so I can't really complain. With the sensors down, we spend a good deal of time staring out the window. It is, we must admit, rather beautiful here. Yes, indeed. Nice and purple. Alright, keep moving there, gents. We have a lot of space to cover still. A lot of space. We cycle through the wideband comm channels as soon as we arrive, but find nothing but static. See, this is 2 in a row now. 2 in a row, nothing. What's at this beacon? Nothing again? Really? No, here we go. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before we have time to make contact with them, they fade away. We can try to lock onto their life signs with our teleporter, or try to follow them. Let's try and lock them on. We beam the Federation crew aboard. One joins our crew in the the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station, getting 35 scrap and Graffin. I'm sorry, Graffin. I know you're a cool slug, and slugs are pretty rare, but I don't need a slug right now. VanguardOfValor is already highly skilled, and it's not worth dropping you for something I don't really need. So, Graffin, you can, I'll drop you off at the store nearby. You can chill out on our ship until we get there. let us jump over to this beacon first, and hopefully we'll be able to jump back to the store. It'd be unfortunate if we couldn't actually make that jump, but it's not the end of the world. What do we have here? Nothing. Our crew are looking out of the windows, checking for hostiles. They jump at every creak and moan, and the tension is almost palpable. Well, we can make it to the store, so that's better than nothing. Better than nothing. And some brave entrepreneurs set up a station here to extract elements from the Nebula. There seems to be a public shipyard and a rest stop here as well. We could buy the drone control, which I would love to if we hadn't just wasted all our money, but we're probably going to be selling some of this stuff, so we'll sell them the heavy ion, because I don't want that for sure. We'll use that to buy the drone control. That should give us a drone we can sell, or we could keep the system repair drone, because we don't have any mobile crew. That would be a good idea. We'll move the defense drone into there. There we go. And should we sell the Ion Blast Mark II? It's hard to justify selling it because it's an amazing weapon, but the fact is, we don't need it with this gear. With the Singularity Projector, we can blast right through anyone's defenses. We don't really need to slowly take them out with the Ion Blast. With the Pulse Disruptor, we can ignore some defenses, and the Halberd Beams are already awesome. So I'm thinking we'll probably not use the Ion Blast 2. This is maybe the first time I think I've ever gotten an Ion Blast 2 and not completely rearranged my entire weapon strategy to use it, because this is a fantastic weapon. It absolutely wrecks enemy defenses. That 4-second charge time is insanely powerful. But I think we're just going to get rid of it. If we can find an Ion Blast Mark 1, I will buy that and use that with my Halberd Beams and laugh and laugh and laugh. But for now, I think we'll sell the Ion Blast Mark 2 so that we can hold on to what we've got already, because I like that gear. It's sad to do, but I think it's worthwhile in the end. We're also going to buy some fuel from them, because I don't want to run out. And we'll buy a repair point too, so we're up to 66%. It's so hard to sell an Ion Blast Mark II. It just feels wrong. Alright, power up the drone control a little bit. There we go. We are going to max out on money here, I bet. We have enough for 2 more jumps, I think, so we'll jump over here and then to the Nebula Beacon, and hopefully we find some things here rather than nothing. What do we find here? We find nothing. We feel naked without functioning sensors. We half expect a rebel ship to appear from behind a cloud at any moment, but none come. So many empty beacons, and this is why I normally stay away from the Nebula, because there's just nothing in them. Just nothing in them. Here we go. A black market weapons trader spins us a tale of the dangers of the Nebula before pushing his wares. We're going to attack that ship rather than pay the money we don't have or ignore them. Bring it on, weapons trader. So, we're going to get right in there, I think. We're going to teleport into the shield room. That should bring people running. And we're going to start ion blasting them for no reason, just for the extra lols. And get ready to lock down. We're going to 3, 2, 1, lockdown. You can't get out, and you are going to die. You poor, unfortunate enemies. Dodge that, please. I dodged a second too slow, like usual. Now we can smash their shields while they're coming to get us. We're going to Singularity Bomb them in the medbay so they can't repair it. And will slowly repair that damage. We should be okay here. And they might get another shot off on us, unfortunately, but he should die before they can do too much to us. There. Oh, they fired the missile just in time. Now the ship has been emptied of hostiles. We search it, finding a prisoner who offers to join our crew. 49 scrap and... Another rockman. I do not need more rocks. I've already got 3 on board this ship. Sorry, Willow, you can have this rock scout. Dismiss. And... cloak. Thank you. Not gonna hit us now. I think that's kind of abusing the cloak system, but the instant recharge at a battle end. But you know what? I don't really mind. I think that's a good way to abuse it. Alright, Will, you can come in and heal too, because you took a hit in there, and I think everyone else is doing just fine. We do need to actually turn on the medbay, though. Silly me, otherwise nothing's going to happen. There we go. Send everyone back to their stations, power back in the teleporter. We have a whole heap of power. Time to put a heap of scrap still. Let's put some more money into things. We could buy level 3 oxygen. It's not very useful, but it does mean that when we have a hull breach, if we pump full of oxygen, they won't actually be able to take our oxygen away. We can just keep the hull breach at bay forever. And let's jump to the exit and see what we can find here. Better be something good. We arrive at the long-range beacon, and of course, when our FTL drive is charged, we'll be able to jump away. A strange vessel approaches us. A digital merchant appears on our view screen, telling us that they would like us to refill them with fuel, and they will give us 2 drone parts. Well, that's not going to happen there, friend. We only have 5 fuel, and we already have 13 drone parts. We'll reject that offer, and we will get out of here, heading on to the next beacon. Ooh. Slug-controlled Nebula or Mantis Homeworlds. Yes, indeed, Mantis Homeworlds it is. Let us go there. Hopefully we'll find something interesting here, but to find out if we do, well, once we've entered a poorly charted area of space, known to be home to the Mantis, of course, knowing our hull plating is up to scratch and we have enough fuel in the tank. If you want to know what happens in this fantastic Mantis Homeworlds, you're going to have to wait until next time. This has been Vanguard of Valor playing FTL on board the Obsidian Cruiser, Kieve's modded creation, and, of course, the VSS Retribution. If you've enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.